For the next step on my little froggy friend, I'm not worrying about the frog or his tree branch. I'm going to work on the background, and we're starting very simple. I'm going to create something called a wash with my watercolor, and what that is you're taking the main color that you want, let's say I want red, and you're going to kind of thin it down with water. And what that does is it can take the picture, you can start out with the nice bright red and then fade it out to a lighter color. So I can start out with a nice red. Here, I'll even add a little straight paint and make it a little darker. And then use the watered down red and try to get lighter. And as you're working, the paper might start to wrinkle. It might start to change color in a couple places. That'll end up going away later. Please remember your brush needs to dance on its toes. You don't want to smash the brush, especially with watercolor, because then you will leave little lines on your page that will show, and they will not look very good. Now, I've got a lot of red and it's kind of fading out, and I can also use other colors. Like I could start out with a bright orange here at the bottom and then fade that out and create a wash. So water it down a lot. You can water it down in your tray, or you could just add a lot more water to the paint that's on the paper and fade that out. And try to be careful when you paint. We're going clear to the edge, but don't plow over your animal in your picture. Alright, I filled in my whole background. I tried to have a darker red across the top and a darker orange at the bottom, and the two kind of meet in the middle. I made sure to get in this negative space. This would be the spaces around the frog. That way the sky is continued, or whatever the background may be. Some of you have water, some have sky, some might have trees. You might use green for your background. Greens and yellows, that would be good. Whatever you do choose back here, it's good to pick colors that are beside each other in your paint tray. That is called analogous. They're next door. So red and orange are next door, and when they meet in the middle, they make a good color. If you chose two colors that were not next door, let's say you picked red and green, it wouldn't work well when they mix together. They would become brown. So choose next door neighbors as your colors for your wash, analogous colors. That's the best choice. Now, when we work on objects, I'm going to show you a little trick. Like, I have a tree trunk here, and it was covered in lots of green moss, and tree trunks have texture. So, yes, I'm going to paint my tree. I'm going to put a little brown on, and then I'll also mix some green in. And I'm trying to paint this quickly before all this wonderful wet paint soaks into my page, which could be hard to do. I'm going to add a little bit of green. Yes, the colors will mix. And before it soaks in too much, I'm going to put on some salt. What the salt does is it's kind of absorbent, and it will soak up some of this watercolor and leave a little bit of texture behind. So you will see the texture. We shouldn't feel the texture when we're all done.